Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet where World of Tanks is actually an aquarium simulator. I'm your host, Chad.
I'm your host, Rob, and today we're going to be reviewing the Xbox 360 beta World of Tanks.
As always, you can check us out over at Twitter at Epic Geek Out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/epicgeekout, and also check out the website, www.epicgeekout.com. But let's get into our review of World of Tanks.
So as we wait for our Xbox Ones to arrive, we haven't been getting our hands on
GameStop.
we haven't been getting our hands on too many of the newer games because I think we're waiting to play
I'm not
them
buying
next
a
gen.
game.
Yeah.
Then I'm like Origins is a great Arkham.
But that one's
City.
not unfortunately going to be on.
I
next
know.
gen, so
I am
yeah.
in a conundrum to say
Yeah,
the least
it's
because I
crazy.
really want to play it.
It's crazy. It's like this weird waiting game, but we
Everyone's
decided,
like, just get it on PC, but
Yeah.
my PC stinks. So.
We decided to check out World of Tanks, which is in beta. Actually, the beta closed this past weekend, so fortunately, if you haven't gotten a chance to play it, you're going to have to wait for the release of the game. But World of Tanks is a really popular game on PC, but it's coming to the Xbox 360. Concept of the game, it's free to play. Tank game.
Is it going to be free to play also on Xbox?
I believe so, yeah.
That's cool.
And you can obviously pay for upgrades and perks and stuff like that. But the whole concept of the game is you earn specific tanks, and there's different types like light, heavy, different types of tanks. You can upgrade them. You can customize and do pretty much anything that you would want to do with tanks. Buy extra ones, and you take these tanks and go into matches with other players. And pretty simple. You just drive the tank and try to blow other tanks up.
Yep.
There's different game modes. The Xbox 360 beta only had the one mode, which is basically you win with either wiping out the entire other team's tanks or taking over their base.
Yeah, I never took over the base.
Yeah. So two ways to kind of win that. There's a number of players on the team. I think like 12 to 15 players. I'm not exactly sure. And if you get shot, you're basically out. It's not like a respawn.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do have like shields, so it's not just like an instant kill once you get killed. Yeah.
Then you're pretty much out. But you can go back and play your other tanks that you have while you're kind of waiting for that to happen. Like I said, really popular on the PC, but we hadn't played it before. But we thought this was a good time to check it out. So what did you think of World of Tanks?
So yeah, we're not going to be talking about anything to do with story here. I mean, this is going to kind of be a short review because the only thing you can really talk about is the gameplay of this. I sat down, did the training first. The driving of the tank is fully controlled with the left stick, whereas the look and the firing is controlled with the right stick. They have an auto lock feature, things like that as well. But sitting down to play the game, it's going to take some time to get used to that because you might be looking to the right and your driving gets kind of confused. I mean, driving it immediately was really off-putting, but once I got in and played a couple matches, finished the training, I had a handle on it. I certainly was not the best driver by any stretch of the imagination.
And what sucks is depending on how you get shot, it can alter your engines, and then it's hard. Like the first match I played, I got like stuck because I got down. It was not good.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't really avoid these bullets. I mean, the people, or at least the tanks that I was in, maybe weren't fast enough. But I mean, I was just getting done. I thought it was very, very funny that they tell you to hide behind bushes in the training. It's like, really? I mean, it's a pretty big bush.
But plus, you have the giant diamond over your head.
Yeah.
So you'll obviously know you're there.
Yeah.
And it outlines your tank.
Exactly. So that was silly, but it's a fun game. I love the fact that if it's going to be offered free to play, I think that's brilliant, and I think that's a really good system. It's a hop on. You can play, waste a little bit of time, and then go right out. You don't have to worry about story. You don't have to worry about things like that. And free is always good. I don't know the name, but it reminds me of like a driving shooting game that used to be in the arcades that I used to like. So it was very similar to that, and I kind of enjoyed the nostalgic value of it. So yeah, I mean, check it out. It's fun. I'm not going to rush home and play it and collect different tanks so I could keep playing, but I enjoyed my time with it. So
yeah, I agree. I think so. This is the equivalent of those games that we love on iPhone, where you could pick up and play really quickly.
I'm so excited for the Xbox One because
I was thinking that so much because I was thinking the exact same thing because you could jump in and play a match and then jump out and and that's kind of making me believe this Xbox Instant Switch thing is going to be way more cool than people are giving it credit for at this point.
I'm pumped.
Obviously, for games like that are more in depth, like it's harder to do that. But like a game like this where you jump in and play a quick match, this is the kind of stuff I'm excited for on that. Unfortunately, this is not going to be on the Xbox One, but I thought it was. I don't know how long I would love playing this, but
I agree.
But
it
in
has
short
a shelf
spurts,
life.
it's fun, and I think it's cool that you can kind of like snipe with a tank.
Yeah,
like super cool.
That is fun.
It was a little frustrating that if you roll out and you get shot right away, you die. Like it kind of lost some of that fun value. I was like, wait, you can't respawn?
Never really survived a match, so that kind of sucked.
And there is a really awesome, like when you do survive and you win, it does feel really gratifying because you're like, wow, I survived. I'm one of the last 3 on my team. It's awesome. I think this would be a really fun game to play with like a clan or a bunch of your friends when you're on a team and you're communicating, because I think they even tell you in some of the loading screens, like some of the tactics that you can do with like decoys and like hiding and shooting. And I think like if you had strategy behind it, it could be a really, really fun game.
Yeah, you'd have to be really organized though.
Yeah, unfortunately a lot of it's just like run out there and shoot. And like
someone on my team tried to push me off a hill. I was like, you jerk.
It's crazy. But I mean, it's really cool. The maps are really interesting. I think they're the right size. They're big without being too big. Unfortunately though, like there were some circumstances where like I was one of like 4 people left, and someone got to our base, but like I couldn't even get back in time. So I was like, I'll just sit here and wait for us to lose because I'm not gonna be able to get back because the tanks aren't all that fast. I mean,
no, it's kind of like running through mud.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can upgrade that, and there's different types of tanks. But I actually did get to play one level. I did some of the upgrading and stuff like that. I got a bigger tank. And I did one level that had like a little town in the middle with like fences, and like I thought it was super cool. You could like plow through the fences. Yeah. So like the destructibility for it being such a small like game, I thought was pretty well done. So I think really fun game. Yeah. Check it out on PC if you're waiting for the Xbox 360 version or 360. But yeah, it's really popular. So I kind of see all the fun. It's definitely like a niche game, but it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So check out World of Tanks. So it's that time of the episode where we like to talk about some thanks that we have in Geek this week. Rob, what's your thanks today?
I'm thankful for Chad. You showed me a video really highlighting the Xbox One and the special, extra features that are going to, we kind of touched on this in our review of how, to switch back and forth, having your cable run through the Xbox.
Some super cool stuff.
I was again reminded watching that how creepy it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, again, remembering
with
the Kinect how creepy these features are. We could be sitting here and Chad could say switch to my profile or whatever the code is to say that, and it recognizes his voice.
And it would also recognize our bodies.
Yeah, which is really creepy. But it looked awesome. It looked really customizable. You could have favorite channels and then also have like Netflix on there, Hulu, things that you love. It just seems so easy to do. The Skype feature I thought was awesome. It picks up people's movements in the room. The camera finds them. It moves with the person. I mean, this is just really neat stuff, I thought, across the board.
Like, it's not getting the attention that it should. And, we don't want to be like Xbox fanboys, but honestly, like, this is part of the allure of the console is having this extra stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's what made us both, after going to the Area 1 event, really get it. Even though I am not convinced it's not going to end up taking over the world, and I'm very fearful for the first kind of big speed bump they hit where someone's privacy was hacked, something like that. And I'm not looking forward to that aspect of it, though. It is a really, really cool things, and it's what I wanted in the next generation console. I'm comfortable with the graphics we have now. I honestly don't need much better.
Yeah.
I like this, the cloud computing, jump in right out. I mean, they needed something else.
Yeah.
So
I'm willing to give up some of the privacy for the cool features, honestly.
But mine is going to be watching me sleep. Yours will be set up in your living room. I have my Xbox in my room, so I'm going to be turning that camera around.
Xbox, good night.
Yes. Like that new movie
Xbox,
that's coming
sing me a lullaby.
Yeah. Sing me Soft Kitty.
Nice. I'm going to thank a show that has come out. I'm pretty sure we didn't thank this yet, but correct me if I'm wrong. At Midnight.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Chris Hardwick. Mm-hmm. He has a new show on Comedy Central. It's at midnight. It's called At Midnight. It's also on At Midnight. But it's really a fun, cool show. It's like a mix between like Whose Lines Is It Anyway and like Tosh.0. Basically takes topical stuff around the web, so like on Twitter,
like that
Instagram,
day of stuff,
yeah,
you know,
and does little games like hashtag battles and things like that. And they have 3 comedians on each night, and they do. I'm
gonna break that news to you. It's in its last week, so when we put out this episode, it's going to be done. But they're thinking it's going to be brought back up because it was like, you know, Twitter, all their hashtag wars were really like popular on it and stuff like that. So, you know, it wasn't its kind of like first trial run. You know, this upcoming week, we're taping on a Sunday, is its last week. But, you know.
Yeah, it's on Monday through Thursday. Yeah, I mean, that sucks, but I think it'll hopefully stick around. And it's on demand, so check out the past episodes. It's one of those shows, like, I don't usually watch, like, Colbert or Stewart the next day religiously. Like, if it's on, I'll catch it. But this one I actually do tune in and watch it on demand, which is rare for me.
I really enjoyed it. I think we, again, you know, we're blown away seeing him in stand-up. We really enjoyed that. Yeah. And, you know, this is like, it's funny how they kept saying, is there going to be a Talking at Midnight where they talk about it after? Which funny. I think they should have made a web show about, like, even if it was just interviews with the, you know, the comedians that were on. Yeah. And it's like kind of in a game show format, too. Yeah. Yeah. So that's neat. And it's fun. So
check that out. Thanks for watching this week of episodes. We'll be back next week with some more for you. As always, leave comments below. Let us know what we should check out. We're obviously really excited to get our hands on some gaming coming up with the Xboxes that we're getting. So sorry if we haven't reviewed some of the big games to date, but you know, we'll hopefully check out some more of those as we go. So again, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.